Now, 4 years ago, one of Ghana's worst school disasters struck in the central region when a fallen classroom wall met 6 kindergarten children, killing them instantly and injuring many others. Children in the Roman Catholic school, just meters away, say they have been living in fear as they say their own classroom is in worse condition. That one was killed 6 weeks ago. This week, JoyNews is launching the Classroom Project to highlight the need for self-help in addressing school infrastructure challenges across the country. My colleague Justice Bedu, who reported on the incident when it happened in 2017, has been back in the community to see what has changed. Here's his report.
This is Breman Jamre's ground zero. It was here 4 years ago that 6 children crashed to their death in a building collapse that shook the nation. Today, some of the children who survived that accident play in the leftover rubble. JoyNews' coverage of the disaster moved non-governmental organizations to build the structure which now houses some of the children. That aside, not much has changed. This is the Jamra Roman Catholic School. It's only a few meters away from the Methodist school that collapsed. The scenes here are way too familiar.
The building, sometimes when someone just hits his hands on the wall, you see that the wall is shaking. And someone will say, hey, it's going to collapse, so it's coming to... Then you try to get out of the class. Someone will come and tell you that I dreamt that the school has collapsed. So when you are sitting there, you say, hey, I don't want to sit near the corner. This one dreamt this, so.
There are cracks on the wall. That's made us think that our building is a death trap. And when the rain flows, the building shakes. And we thought it is going to break. And there's darkness in the room. When it is 10 o'clock going, the dark comes to our class because there was no windows in the class and the heat. When the teacher is teaching, we have to use books to fan ourselves. Due to that, we cannot be concentrated.
She leaned out of the window.
The school was put up largely by community members of Jamra. It is now run by the government and yet has seen very little infrastructure development. Much of the walls have open cracks and fallen roofs. Last year, villagers here worried it may come crashing down, pull down 2 classrooms, moving students to already congested spaces.
This is the 4th public school in this community. This one here alone has close to 600 students. While so much has been done in the other schools to bring up infrastructure to match up the numbers, so much more remains undone in many of the other schools. This leaves many children like the vulnerable ones in here today studying at the peril of their lives.
In the heart of the town, I have come to meet Nana Kwesi Enin III. He is the Krontihini of this small town.
Years ago, everybody expected the government to do everything. Now, the demand on the government has increased. The years ago expectation cannot work now. The community is willing and ready to, as it were, provide communal labor to support any NGO, any philanthropist, any institution that will want to come and rebuild the school building for us.
The warning bells from February 17, 2017, when that school accident happened here, rings loud in the minds of these children. It looks like it's only a matter of when, and not if, that they too would see their own classroom block come tumbling down. Justice Bedu, JoyNews, Breman Jamra in the Central Region.
So who are the children who were killed in the February 17 disaster? We put together a photo slide of these children and the dreams they had, dreams they did not live to see. And so if you want to support the classroom project by JoyNews, that's how you can help us. Those are the mobile money details on your screen. You want to take note of them, and the bank account details as well. Just send in your donation. We're raising funds to build classroom blocks, for these children. We don't have our children die in their quest to seek education. And so it is the classroom project by JoyNews, and you want to support it with your generous donations.